I do have more questions. I would like to talk about SBA lender oversight and Ms. Mill, or no, Ms. Gustafson. In May 2003, an IG audit of the microloan program identified deficiencies in the SBA's oversight of lenders. 6 years later, in April 2009, the IG reported that SBA still had not taken final action to develop a comprehensive microloan program standard operating procedures. It also has not set program goals or moved to require outcome-oriented data from all program participants. Why are we seeing this failure to take appropriate corrective actions?
That's a question that would be hard for me to answer. You're right. I think the microloan program is woefully understaffed. I think that they definitely need to have this oversight in place. I can't explain why it hasn't happened. I would note that lender oversight in general has been a management challenge for the agency for years. And last year, just looking at a report, we haven't seen a change. We haven't seen an improvement yet on some of these, so it's a problem.
Administrator Mills, particularly at a time when small businesses are struggling in getting capital, microlending has been an important element that really help some of those who have not been able to access capital. So we need to make sure that microloan lenders are complying with the law. And for that, we need proper oversight.
Madam Chair, you're exactly right. And this is now on us, and we are addressing it. We're working with the IG, increasing the staff, writing the SOP. We need more clarity and more simplification. We actually have a program for automation. The place had no automated systems, all paper. That's unacceptable.
Ms. Mills.
Pardon?
Timeline?
Well, this is immediate. We're in process. We just hired a new branch chief last week, and the SOP is being written, and we can give you a timeline.
Okay. Administrator Mills, SBA recently put out a request for quotation worth of $5 million for a task order consulting contract. This potential award has now been limited to 4 companies, including McKinsey and Company. This contract expands on work done under a previous contract performed by McKinsey. Given that a number of senior officials, including yourself, work for McKinsey, does the agency have any officials outside reviewing these contracts?
We have a very robust competitive contract system.
I'm asking about a truly independent third party. Does the board have outside people who are not working for the agency or have worked for McKinsey?
The contracting process is an independent competitive process. I don't personally get involved with any independent, individual contracts. It's very important that that process be complied with in the orderly process because, as you said earlier, we're the standard.
Okay, my question is, does SBA have officials outside the SBA reviewing these contracts?
I am not familiar with the individual contract, and we'd be happy to get back with you and answer your question.
Okay. In addition to the problems identified in the recent CDC PLC audit, the IG also conducted a review of the 7A loans disbursed pursuant to ARA. The IG found numerous deficiencies in this program. The SBA has an outstanding request for over $500 million 7A and 504 programs through the end of the fiscal year. What is the SBA doing to address the problems identified by the IG, and how is the agency working to ensure taxpayers' money is being used responsibly?
This review of the IG actually turned out to be extremely helpful in giving us guidance of how to solve a problem which was unacceptable, and that was that the guidelines that we had given according to the Recovery Act required additional documentation, but it turned out the loans didn't have that documentation because it wasn't clear to the lenders and the borrowers that they had to have these certifications. It was an additional, I think, immigration, it might have been an immigration certification or a workforce certification. But it was now, thanks to the IG pointing it out in this early audit, now we were able to simplify and train and clarify what the requirements were and get it on track in an early way. And it's kind of, to us, in some ways, an example of how to work productively with the IG.
In exercising our oversight role, this committee could request contract file of the agency whenever we are in that process. We did so, and the SBA General Counsel indicated that they lost materials associated with an award. Is that common occurrence, or is this the first time that such a thing happened?
Well, whether it's common or the first time, it's deeply disturbing. And we are getting, I am aware, I've been made aware that this file went missing. We are able to reconstruct the file. I think we've sent half of it to you, and the rest of it will come to you, and we'll get it to you. Okay. And we're doing an investigation.
I take the responsibility, the oversight responsibility of this committee very seriously, whether it be a Democratic administration or a Republican administration in the White House. And I want to make that clear. So it's nothing personal. It's our duty to do that. And I expect that when documents are requested, they're made available to us.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Any other member has any question? So with that, I ask unanimous consent that members will have 5 days to submit a statement and supporting materials for the record without objection. So ordered. This hearing is now adjourned.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Typing all this up. I have a few quick questions. You said